Hey YouTube, it's time for another Q&A. DGCubes, how do you solve Squarte 1? Well, I have a tutorial on the Squarte 1 on my channel, so you should check it out. Hey DG, what do you want your future job to be? YouTube doesn't count. So, okay, I don't actually want my future job to be YouTube. I always want to do it as like a hobby and like, you know, for some side income, but I don't want it to be my full-time job. Right now I'm really interested in computer programming, and that's what I plan on majoring in college and what I really want to go into. So that's probably going to be my future job, assuming everything works out the way I hope it does. How do you think a Pyraminx should be pluralized? Pyrami, Pyraminxes, etc. I think it's just Pyraminxes. Why do you do unboxings outside? So I do most of my videos outside actually, just because of the lighting. The lighting is way better outside than it could ever be inside, and that's because there is like this really big like yellow sphere in the sky that like emits light and heat, and it really helps with video making. So yeah, that's why I do my videos outside. Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets? So okay, for those of you who don't know, I am a complete spreadsheet nerd. I use spreadsheets very often for basically anything. Honestly, I know Microsoft Excel has more features, but personally I end up using Google Sheets more often, just because I think it's way easier to have everything saved on the cloud on Google Drive than it is to have it, you know, just as a file on my hard drive or something like that. Also, it's a lot easier to share Google Sheets with other people, and a lot of times when I make spreadsheets with like really cool functions, I want to share it with my friends and stuff. Personally, I usually go to Google Sheets because it basically has everything I need. Also, the script editor is really helpful, so I tend to use that a lot too. Hey DG, have you read Harry Potter? Yes, I have. I am a pretty big Harry Potter fan. I've seen all the... I almost said I've seen all the books and read all the movies, but other way around, yeah, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. As you go to more and more cubing competitions, do they get more and more fun? Okay, so for the most part, I'm gonna say yes. At my first couple competitions, there was definitely more of that, like, you know, childlike wonder about, like, oh wow, look at all these cubers and all these cubes and everything like that. Like, now I don't really go to a competition and get as excited about seeing so many cubers because I've done it so many times, but I do feel like they get better because the friendships are better at this point. Like, my first couple competitions, I didn't have any friends, and you know, now, basically any competition I go to, I have a bunch of people I can talk to and hang out with, and it's just a really great experience. So I would say in general, yes, they do get better. Q&A, can you solve a Pyra blind? Yes, I can. Will I do it right now? No, I won't. But I can solve a Pyraminx blind. I actually have a video from forever ago on my channel that of me solving a Pyraminx blindfolded. Everybody thinks it's fake because when I put the blindfold down, there was like a hole next to my eye. It wasn't fake. It took way too many tries for me to want to fake that. But yeah, for that solve, I actually just one-looked like a regular, you know, Pyraminx solve with L4E. Since that video, I have actually come up with my own Pyraminx blindfolded method. It's not particularly special. It's basically just like a regular 3-style method where you just solve 3 edges at a time with sledgehammers, and then the centers and tips you just solve on their own, you know, basically intuitively. It's really not that hard. The memorization part is kind of annoying though, and the setup moves. Have you ever been to Canada? No, I haven't. I actually have not been outside of the United States before. I have been to St. Thomas, but that is a U.S. Virgin Island, so technically it's a U.S. territory. No, so I haven't been out of the U.S. at all. Do you live... Yeah, that's all it says. Yeah, I live... Do you like movies? So I chose this question because, you know, most people are going to answer, yes, of course, I love movies. In general, I am not a fan of movies. I like the Harry Potter movies, like I said before, but honestly, that's about it. When it's my own free time, I feel like my time could be better spent doing something else than watching a movie, like doing an FMC solve, or cubing, or doing homework, or, you know, something like that. So generally, I just don't watch movies if it's outside of, like, school or something like that. Can I borrow a pencil? Sure, I don't have one on me, though, so... maybe come to me at a competition. I might have one then. Would you rather have the world record on clock or have clock not be an event? So, contrary to popular belief, I do not think clock shouldn't be an event. Clock is my least favorite event, but I don't think they should remove it because there are people who practice it seriously and really enjoy it. I do think there are many problems with it, but I wouldn't want it to be removed. So I'm just going to take the world record instead because a world record would be really nice to have. I have a question. Why don't you ever feature my questions? Okay, so if I haven't featured your questions, this goes out to everybody whose questions I haven't featured. So I get a lot of questions on every video, so if I featured all of them, the videos would be an hour long, and I'm not doing that because I don't have the time. So, you know, I pick basically the best questions, so if you want a better chance of being in the video, just ask really, really good questions, and then you'll probably get in. Why do you never answer my questions? Well, if you keep spelling like that, I don't think you're going to get in many Q&As. You two are awesome. So this was on the last Q&A I did with my dad, so thank you. I'm sure he says thank you too. And what is your favorite drink? It's honestly got to be water. Like, I drink more water than I drink anything else. When I do drink anything else, it's just like fruit juice. But really it's just water. That's all I drink. It's good. Cuber you'd want to be the most. So I guess if I could be any cuber, I would want to be somebody with a really good sum of ranks. Also, I'm just saying, like, a cuber based on only their cubing abilities, not any other aspect of their life. Just like, you know, cubing only. Somebody with a really good sum of ranks, so maybe like Jay McNeil or someone like that, because, you know, I really want to have a good sum of ranks, and I look up to people who do, because I think that's extremely impressive to be able to be so good at all 18 events. So, yeah, probably like Jay McNeil or someone like that. I would like to be good at every event. Yeah, I'm like 78% vegetarian, not vegan. I eat fish and some protein bit. I can eat a whole head of lead ice. 78%? Yeah, that's my ratio of vegan, and I only eat fish steak and fish as my meat. How do you feel about Zayn's departure from the band? Yeah, so like, I was a really big 21 Pilots fan up until Zayn left. Like, that really hurt me, like, right in here. And like, you know, like, when Zayn left Migos, like, it was just so terrible that he left, like, you know, the 7 of them behind, and now it's just those 7. You know, like I was such a big fan of 5 Seconds of Summer up until that point, but, you know, Zayn left, and I just can't handle it anymore. Name all your inside jokes with Derpy the Cuber. I like how you call him Derpy the Cuber. Inside jokes, that's really tough. We have like a lot, but a lot of them are just like really minor things. Alright, so I'll give you 3 inside jokes. I was thinking about it for a pretty long time just now because I didn't want to leave any big ones out. Okay, so one recent one is just Scube in general. It's just so stupid. Just any general mispronunciation of any word. That's like really generic, but you know, that's basically all our conversations are just really dumb mispronunciations of common words. And then the third one is really specific. So it's Lo siento papá, no quiero ser tu novio, which is the only Spanish sentence Derpy knows. And it's because I taught him. It means, I'm sorry, Dad, I don't want to be your boyfriend. And I taught him that sentence in Spanish. He taught me in Russian. I'm not going to say it here because my Russian is atrocious. But yeah, those are some of our inside jokes. Oh, shoot. Those jokes aren't inside jokes anymore. We're going to need some new ones. Do you solve in public? If you do, then what do you tell non-cubers when they ask how to solve a Rubik's Cube? So I don't solve in public that often, but every once in a while I'll bring a cube with me somewhere, and I will. And if somebody asks me how to solve it, I'll just tell them, you know, there's a method to it. So you start by building the cross, and then you go layer by layer. You know, like I just explained like a basic layer by layer method. And sometimes I'll show them like how I do a solve, right? Like I'll show cross, F2L, OLL, PLL, just so they can see like what an advanced method looks like too. Really, I'm just honest with them. I tell them they should look up a tutorial if they really want to learn. And, you know, you could do it if you set aside a couple hours on a weekend or something like that. But yeah, I'm just honest with them. Do a Q&A with your grandma. She was so cool. So, Grandma, if you're watching this, people want you in a Q&A. I would love to have her in a Q&A if she would do it. I'm not sure if she wants to, but leave a like on this video if you want her to, and I'll show her that like bar, and then we'll see what she says. So yeah, if she says yes, I would be happy to do it. So yeah, those are all the questions I am going to answer in this video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a lot of really good questions in the comments below for the next Q&A. Just to clear up any confusion, the next one won't be with my grandma, but if I am going to do one with her, I will let you know in the next Q&A. So yeah, these questions are just going to be for me. But yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave really, really good questions in the comments below for the next Q&A, and I'll see you on my next video.